Hey everyone. Welcome back to COİN. In today's episode we are going to examine 7 rare and highly valuable Lincoln cents most recently sold at heritage auctions. You should know about these pennies as they are highly sought after by collectors. Subscribe. Number 7. 1927 D Lincoln cent with repunched mint mark D/D. Graded in mint state 64 red and brown by PCGS. The repunched mint mark on a 1927 D Lincoln cent is an interesting aspect of the coin's production. Repunched mint marks occur when the mint mark is stamped onto the coin die more than once, creating a layered or overlapping effect. In the case of a D/D mint mark, it means that the Denver mint mark was punched onto the die, then, due to a misalignment or other issue, the mint worker attempted to correct it by punching the mint mark again in a slightly different position. This MS-64 red and brown specimen fetched a sum of $1,800. Number 6. 1928 Lincoln cent. Graded as MS-67 plus red by PCGS. According to heritage auctions, the 1928 is conditionally rare at the MS-67 plus level. PCGS has graded a mere 34 pieces as such, and only one coin finer. It is easy to understand why the present superb gem commands such a lofty grade, since the butter gold and rose red surfaces are unblemished and teem with luster. It was sold for $3,600 on November 6, 2023. Number 5. 1934 D Lincoln cent. Graded in mint state 67 plus red by PCGS. Among the finest certified examples. From a mintage of more than 28 million pieces, the 1934 D Lincoln cent is plentiful issue overall, but scarce in MS-67 red, and rare at this level with A+ designation. No finer 1934 D cents are known. The present coin displays sharp definition and virtually flawless original red surfaces, with vibrant mint luster and terrific eye appeal. It was sold for $4,800. Number 4. 1930 Lincoln cent with repunched mint mark S/S. Graded in mint state 67 red by PCGS. Remnants of an undertype S are visible to the north of the primary mint mark, identifying the popular cherry picker's variety. This spectacular superb gem exhibits sharply detailed design elements throughout, and the virtually flawless original red surfaces radiate vibrant mint luster, with outstanding eye appeal. It was sold for $6,000. Number 3. 1933 Lincoln cent in MS-67 plus red condition. Among Philadelphia mint business issues, only the 1932 has a lower mintage than the 1933. The Great Depression was undoubtedly responsible for the reduced coinage. The present lustrous superb gem displays exemplary apricot gold surfaces without evident carbon or contact. PCGS has graded a mere 20 pieces as MS-67 plus red with none finer. Sold on November 6, 2023 for $6,900. Number 2. 1932 Lincoln cent in MS-67 plus red condition. The Great Depression reduced demand for coinage, and the 1932 Philadelphia cent production amounted to only 9,062,000 pieces. It was the lowest business mintage of any Philadelphia mint Lincoln cent issue. The present superb gem displays seamless orange gold color aside from a hint of rose red above the E in 1. 6 pieces are certified as MS-67 plus red at PCGS with none finer. NGC grades 3 coins as MS-67 plus red with none finer. It ended up selling for $10,200. Number 1. And this is 1927 Lincoln cent in MS-68 red condition. According to NGC, this is another issue that is readily available in fully red gem condition, though the population drops rapidly above the grade of MS-66 RD. While some coins will have less than full strikes, this is not a major issue with the 1927 P cent, and collectors should settle for nothing less than a sharp impression. This specimen is utmost condition rarity, the single finest 1927 Lincoln cent which ended up selling for $84,000 on November 6, 2023. Thanks for watching this episode till the end. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe buttons below this video. And comment if you have such rare coins. Stay well. Hey coin collectors, welcome back to COİN. Today, we're uncovering hidden treasures, 4 Jefferson nickels that could be worth serious money. Don't risk losing out. Hit subscribe below, and let's dive into these valuable nickels. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss this. Number 4. 1995 D Jefferson nickel. Graded in mint state 67 with full steps by PCGS. As we mentioned multiple times in our videos, the full steps is a numismatic designation referring to fully struck central device elements on the back side of the nickel, the steps on Monticello porch in particular. To get that designation from COİN grading service, COİN must display fully delineated 5 or 6 steps. This FS specimen is sharply struck and lustrous and surfaces are void of mentionable contact marks of blemishes. It ended up selling for $1,040.62 with buyer's fee. Number 3. 1943 P Jefferson nickel with double die obverse. Graded in mint state 67 by PCGS. According to Heritage Auctions, die doubling is evident on the peripheral legends as well as on Jefferson's eye. The coin displays frosty, vibrant mint luster without the disruption of abrasions. A hint of pastel toning graces each side. Eye appeal is outstanding. It was sold for $7,920. Number 2. 1953 Proof Jefferson nickel. Graded as PR69 Deep Cameo by PCGS. Coin features bold doubling of the obverse legends. Brilliant, dramatically contrasted surfaces showcase virtually flawless preservation on this top-grade registry coin. It was sold for $10,200. Number 1. 1953 S Jefferson nickel in mint state 66 with full steps. Writing about the key 1953 S Jefferson nickel, Bernard Nagingus notes, although easily found as a BU coin, most are struck from worn dies. Full strike blazers are periodically seen, but are rare. A full struck 5 full step coin is a major rarity, and few have been discovered. This is one of the real stoppers. This delightful gem exhibits well-detailed design elements, with 5 full steps on Monticello and just a touch of the usual softness on the windows and Jefferson's hair. The lightly toned, lustrous surfaces are impeccably preserved and eye appeal is outstanding. It ended up selling for $13,200. That's all folks. If you found this information helpful, please make us happy just by hitting like and subscribe buttons below this video. Have a nice day. Hey there fellow coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we've got something truly special in store for you. We're diving deep into the world of numismatics to unveil a collection of 8 highly sought after coins that command strong premiums at auctions. Hit that subscribe button below and let's get started. Number 8. 1964 D Roosevelt dime. Graded in mint state 67 full bands by PCGS. Dominant charcoal copper obverse toning yields to splashes of more vivid gold, blue and pink iridescence toward the lower right border. Untoned on the reverse, with smooth surfaces and billowy mint frost throughout. It was sold for $920. Number 7. 1981 S Susan B. Anthony dollar. Graded as PR70 Deep Cameo by PCGS. According to David Hall, all proof Susan B. Anthony dollars are Deep Cameo. The few non-deep cameos on the PCGS population report are holdovers from the time before PCGS began designating DCAM on Susan B. Anthony dollars. This PR70 gem displays brilliant, sharply contrasted surfaces and it was sold for $1,273.05. Number 6. 1969 D Kennedy half dollar. Graded as MS67 by PCGS. According to Stax Bowers, a glowing ring of amber, magenta, and olive hues saturates the obverse border, encircling the otherwise platinum white surfaces. The luster is rich and frosty across each side, showcasing exceptional preservation and contributing to superior eye appeal. It was sold for $2,640. Number 5. 1926 D Lincoln cent. Graded as MS65 red by PCGS. Delightful medium orange surfaces with a tinge of pinkish rose evident at isolated viewing angles. This conditionally scarce 1926 D cent is sharply struck with full mint bloom and an overall smooth appearance. It was sold for $3,290. Number 4. 1914 D Lincoln cent. Graded as MS64 red by PCGS. A well-struck example of this key date, with vibrant mint luster and nicely preserved surfaces. Scattered carbon flecks and streaks on each side keep this otherwise appealing piece from a gem holder. It ended up selling for $4,406.25. Number 3. 1987 P. Kennedy half dollar. Graded as MS68 by NGC. Intense satin luster shines forth powerfully from both sides of this essentially pristine superb gem. The 1987 P is a common issue in an absolute sense, as are all Kennedy half dollars from the 1980s. The present example, however, is free of the poor striking quality and heavily abraded surfaces that are the norm for mint state coins. It ended up selling for $4,800. Number 2. 1925 D. Lincoln Cent. Graded as MS66 red by NGC. According to Stax Bowers, free of significant blemishes, and an obvious find for the quality-conscious Lincoln Cent enthusiast. The reverse in particular is lovely, struck from a fresh die. The obverse on the other hand shows minor die degradation, notable at the tops of In God We Trust where the lettering extends towards the rims. It was sold for $21,600. Number 1. 1947 Washington Quarter. Graded as MS68 by PCGS. Halos of lovely pinkish apricot and champagne gold iridescence ring the peripheries and frame essentially brilliant centers. This is a beautiful coin, and also an exceptionally well-preserved one. Extraordinary quality and eye appeal for the advanced set registry collector. It ended up selling for $32,400. Thanks for watching this video. Consider subscribing to our channel for more captivating numismatic content. Have a good one. Hey coin collectors. Welcome back to our numismatic channel. In this video we are going to talk about 4 rare Lincoln cents that fetch pretty large sums at coin auctions. Hit that subscribe button below and let's dive in. Number 4. 1935 Lincoln Cent in MS68 red condition. According to Heritage Auctions, a conditionally rare example of this otherwise plentiful Philadelphia issue, showing luminous satin surfaces and warm copper gold luster. The strike is bold, and there is minimal evidence of die erosion. Barely more than 2 dozen coins are known in this red grade with none numerically finer. Sold on November 17, 2023 for $4,800. Number 3. 1944 Steel Lincoln Cent. Transitional alloy rarity. Coin was scratched on reverse so NGC assigned about uncirculated details. The 1943 dated steel cent is a single-year type, but a few steel planchets from that year became mixed in with bronze planchets during 1944. Zinc-plated steel planchets, identical to those struck on 1943 cents, were also used to coin 25 million 2-franc pieces for German-occupied Belgium, and some of those planchets apparently found their way between 1944 Lincoln cent dies. PCGS estimates 25 to 30 1944 Philadelphia steel cents exist. The present silver gray example exhibits virtually complete design definition, but the surfaces are microgranular, and a vertical test mark is noted west of the O&1. It was sold for $11,100 on November 16, 2023. Number 2. 1969 S Lincoln Cent with double die obverse. Graded as MS63 red and brown by PCGS. The 1969 S double die obverse cent is certainly one of, if not the most well-known and sought-after modern U.S. coinage varieties. It seems even the public is aware of its existence and actively searches for these coins in their pocket change. Unfortunately, only a few dozen examples have been found to date. This is a phenomenal select uncirculated representative with the telltale doubling on the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust. Golden brown and brick red tones dominate each side. Small carbon spots and abrasions are scattered about, as expected, and a splash of gunmetal color occurs at the lower right reverse. It was sold for $26,400. Number 1. 1911 D Lincoln Cent in MS67 red condition. According to Stax Bowers, a nearly flawless example boasting uniform golden apricot coloration across each side. Rich, matte-like luster blankets the fields, creating a lightly proof-like complexion across the reverse. Remarkably sharp for the issue and immensely attractive to examine in hand. A microscopic mint-made planchet flaw below the M of America is the only discernible pedigree marker. It ended up selling for $42,000. Hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more captivating content about rare coins, fascinating stories, and timeless treasures. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with fellow coin enthusiasts. Hey coin collectors! Are you ready to embark on a thrilling journey through the world of rare coins? Today, we bring you a preview of the 8 hidden numismatic treasures to look for in 2023. Hit that subscribe button below this video and let's get rolling. Number 8. 1999 Wide AM Lincoln Cent. Graded as MS67 Red by PCGS. According to Jamie Hernandez, the reverse of this business strike coin was struck with a reverse proof die accidentally. There are 3 recognized dates for the Lincoln Cent business strike cents which display a proof reverse design. These are the 1998, 1999 and 2000 Wide AM business strike cents. The 1999 Wide AM is by far the scarcest of the 3. As of 2009, this coin commands over $100 even in the lowest condition. Furthermore, thousands of examples of this variety are probably still in circulation. The 1999 Wide AM cents can be found in mint state grades and higher with some searching. However, examples in mint state grades will cost several $100s. In grades of MS66 and higher they usually command about $1,000. Coins graded in MS67 will bring about $2,000 with MS68 graded examples bringing in about $4,000 and higher. This MS67 specimen ended up selling for $999.99 with buyer's fee. Number 7. 1952 S Jefferson Nickel. Graded as MS67 Full Steps by NGC. According to Grading Service, the typical 1952 S nickel is weakly struck at its centers and may reveal shallow lettering from over-polishing of the dies to extend their useful lives. Often seen as luster that is smooth but not especially bright. Coins having either 5FS or 6FS are rare. The few repunched mint mark dies documented for this issue are of little interest to anyone outside of variety specialists. This specimen fetched a sum of $2,280. Number 6. 1952 Proof Washington Quarter. Highly sought after Superbird variety. According to Jamie Hernandez, in 1952 there were not that many channels to watch, so most people who owned a TV were very familiar with the very popular Superman TV show. It is strongly believed that a mint employee, who was probably also a big fan of Superman himself, deliberately struck an S mint mark on the reverse die of a 1952 Proof Washington Quarter. Consequently, all 1952 Proof quarters struck from this die also contain the S mint mark on the eagle's chest. Because of the prominent S mint mark located on the eagle's chest, this popular variety is now widely recognized as the Superbird variety. It was sold for $4,000.50 with buyer's fee. Number 5. 1961 Jefferson Nickel. Graded as MS66 Full Steps by PCGS. There is no doubt that mint state 1961 Jefferson nickels are easy to locate. However, everything changes when the strike is considered. PCGS has certified more than 1,300 nickels, yet only 24 of those submissions are designated as full steps. Delicate gold toning appears over the satiny gray luster of this lovely premium gem. This specimen was sold for $5,520. Number 4. 1958 D Washington Quarter Dollar. Graded as MS68 by PCGS. According to Heritage Auctions, rose, pine green, gold, and magenta are among the rich and vibrant colors that adorn this rare top-grade 1958 D Washington Quarter. The strike is sharp, and glistening, satiny surfaces are devoid of bothersome abrasions. It was sold for $8,400. Number 3. 1956 Proof Lincoln Cent. Graded as PR68 Plus Deep Cameo by PCGS. According to NGC, as the prices for proof sets since 1936 continued to enjoy spectacular growth, sales of the 1956 set nearly doubled from the previous year. Much of this was pure speculation, but the hobby was also experiencing a large influx of beginners. Fully red gems, including cameo specimens, are available in sufficient quantity to supply advanced collectors. Ultra cameo or deep cameos are scarce to rare and higher grades. This PR68 Plus gem fetched a sum of $9,562.50 with buyer's fee. Number 2. 1955 Lincoln Cent. Graded as MS67 Plus red by PCGS. A sharp, carbon-free superb gem with exceptional surface preservation and satiny copper red mint luster. The 1955 Lincoln cent is scarce in this lofty grade, and CAC-endorsed pieces are rare. This superb gem ended up selling for $38,400. Number 1. 1917 S Lincoln cent. Graded as MS66 red by PCGS and proven by CAC. As it did at the other mints, cent production rose dramatically at San Francisco in 1917. Due to the hoarding of S-mint cents that collectors pursued for decades, moderately worn examples of this issue are quite common as compared to its Denver cousin. Mint state coins are not rare, except with full red color, which is seldom seen. This rare specimen ended up selling for $81,572.62 with buyer's fee. So that wraps up today's episode. Please consider subscribing to our channel for more captivating numismatic content. Don't forget to smash thumbs up. Take care. Hello dear viewers. Welcome back to COİN Oz. This video features 8 relatively modern US coins that command premiums. If you have any of these in your collection, be sure to hold on to them, as they are likely to gain significant investment value in the future. Subscribe. Number 8. This is 1999 W Gold Washington $5. A bullion coin graded as MS70 by PCGS. A lustrous superb gem with intricate striking definition and immaculate surfaces. The gold commemorative was struck 200 years after George Washington's death. According to Jamie Hernandez, the obverse depicts George Washington's motif similar to the one used for Washington quarters. However, Washington's bust is facing right on the Washington commemorative as opposed to facing left as seen on Washington quarters. The reverse of the coin features a prominent perched eagle on top of several arrows with its wings fully extended. The eagle has 13 stars above its head, symbolizing the original 13 states. This superb gem ended up selling for $1,320. Number 7. 1980 Lincoln cent. Graded as MS67 Plus red by PCGS. According to website of grading service, the 1980p Lincoln cent is very common as the US Mint struck over 7.4 billion examples. Examples up to MS66 condition are easy to locate. In MS67 they are scarce. Anything grading higher than MS67 is considered rare. This MS67 Plus gem fetched a sum of $2,400. Number 6. 2000p Jefferson nickel struck on a 2000 Lincoln cent. A double denomination error graded in mint state 65 red by PCGS. This full red gem shows a bold cent date on the nifty location of the bridge of Jefferson's nose, as if the cent date was a pair of reading glasses. The nickel date and mint mark are virtually complete. Lincoln is nearly vertical relative to Jefferson, and both presidents gaze west. It was sold for $3,120. Number 5. 1973 S Kennedy $half double struck. Graded as PR64 Ultra Cameo by NGC. A spectacular proof Kennedy $half error showing the planchet expanded from multiple strikes out of collar. All design elements and border legends are visible, moderately centered on the planchet. This deeply reflective piece is sharply detailed and brilliant, showing strong contrast in addition to the visual interest of the error. It was sold for $3,120. Number 4. 1971 No S Jefferson nickel. Graded as PR69 Deep Cameo by PCGS. According to Heritage Auctions, proof-only nickels were made in 1971, all at the San Francisco Mint. An oversight at the Philadelphia Mint resulted in the S Mint mark being left off the dies used to strike 1971 proofs. Bowers writes in his 2007 Guidebook of Buffalo and Jefferson nickels, "It is not known how many S-less proofs were made, but the estimate of 1,655 coins from the mint should be subtracted from the overall mintage of 3,220,733. This PR69 offering is fully struck and yields pronounced field motif contrast. An unobtrusive tick on Jefferson's cheek will help to identify the coin. This highly sought-after error coin ended up selling for $3,720. Number 3. 1990 No S cent. Graded as PR69 Red Deep Cameo by PCGS. Most 1990 No S proof Lincoln cents are red with deep or ultra cameo contrast. However, A minority of these pieces grade PR69. This top-grade example is essential for the registry set collector. Needle-sharp design elements with frosty copper pink luster contrast dramatically against liquid-like mirroring in the fields, and the preservation is virtually flawless. It was sold for $4,920. Number 2. 1971 D Ike dollar. Graded as MS67 Plus by PCGS. The first-year Denver Mint Ike dollar was a high mintage affair, and many examples remain in mint state. But at the MS67 Plus level, the issue becomes an important conditional rarity. This lustrous and practically pristine superb gem displays pastel powder blue and straw gold toning. It was sold for $6,000. Number 1. This is 2000p Sacagawea dollar coin with 2000 Lincoln cent from the Cheerios promotion. As a promotion, in the year 2000, a number of newly minted 2000p Sacagawea dollars were placed inside boxes of General Mills Cheerios cereal, to be found by random purchasers of the breakfast food. The same thing was done with 2000 Lincoln cents, but in far greater number. There is nothing special about the 2000 Lincoln cents from the Cheerios promotion, but it was discovered that some of the Sacagawea dollars placed in the cereal boxes had extra detailing on the eagle's tail feathers when compared to regular circulation strikes. This premium gem example of the so-called Cheerios dollar is sharply struck and displays bright brass gold luster with semi-proof-like fields. The tail feather detail is visible to the unaided eye. Includes the accompanying 2000 Lincoln cent from the same cereal box as the dollar, graded MS64 red PCGS. This lot fetched a sum of $4,560 at auction. That's all, folks. Please make sure to hit subscribe and like buttons before you watch another video on YouTube. Take care and God's will, see you in the next episode. Hello dear viewers. Welcome back to COİN Oz, the go-to destination for all things coin related. Today, we've got a thrilling episode lined up for you. Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the world of Lincoln cents, and we've uncovered 7 super rare ones that are worth a lot of money. Hit that subscribe button below and let's get started. Number 7. 1979 S Lincoln cent. Type 2. Graded as PR70 Deep Cameo by PCGS. This is absolute gem in all senses. Coin achieved highest end grade available for immaculate surface preservation, strike level, luster and outstanding eye appeal. Stark contrast is seen between mirror-like fields and frosty device elements. It was sold for $6,363 with buyer's fee. Number 6. 1928 S Lincoln cent. Graded in mint state 65 red by PCGS. According to Heritage Auctions, the large, trumpet-style mint mark is extremely scarce compared to the normal small S mint mark seen on most 1928 S cents. This is a spectacular red gem example, with golden highlights across smooth, virtually unmarked surfaces. The strike is sharp and bright mint luster glows throughout both sides. This coin ranks highly within its cherry pickers variety. It was sold for $7,200. Number 5. 1992 D Close AM Lincoln cent. Graded in mint state 65 red by PCGS. The AM in America on the reverse of the coin should have very little space between the letters. Originally, the design was intended to have a wide space between the A and M in America, but on some of the coins minted in 1992 at the Denver Mint, the letters are much closer together, creating the close AM variety. This interesting specimen ended up selling for $9,843.75 with buyer's fee. Number 4. 1975 Lincoln cent. Graded in mint state 68 red by PCGS. According to Coin Grading Service, the 1975p Lincoln cent came well struck and examples up to MS66 are very common. In MS67 condition they are much scarcer, however with enough searching examples in this condition can be found or purchased. Anything grading higher than MS67 condition is considered rare. This MS68 specimen was sold for $11,812.50 with buyer's fee. Number 3. 1956 Lincoln cent. Graded in mint state 67 plus red by PCGS. The 1956 cent, 421 million coin struck, is about 4 times as scarce in MS67 red at PCGS as it is at NGC. This superb gem representative is one of just 3 MS67 red coins at PCGS with A+ designation. Only single specimen was reported finer. This one displays vibrant fire orange luster and a bold strike, with no trace of carbon. The eye appeal is stunning. It was sold for $15,600. Number 2. 1915 D Lincoln Cent. Graded in mint state 67, read by PCGS. Bowers noted in his guidebook of Lincoln cents, mint state coins are seen with frequency in the marketplace, but gems with original color, no spots, and sharply struck are rare. Indeed, collectors should have little trouble locating an example in MS64 or MS65 with red surfaces, and even premium gems are offered usually multiple times a year. But superb gems, with the red designation, are prime condition rarities. This spectacular superb gem offers impeccably preserved original red surfaces, with vibrant mint luster and terrific eye appeal. The design elements are sharply detailed throughout. It was sold for $40,800. Number 1. 1913 Lincoln Cent. Graded in mint state 67 plus, read by PCGS and proven by CAC. According to Heritage Auctions, the 1913 Lincoln Cent claims a substantial mintage of more than 76.5 million pieces, making the issue relatively available in lower mint state grades. However, the population tops out at the MS67 grade level, with the red designation, and neither of the leading grading services has certified any examples in higher numeric grades. This plus-graded superb gem was once a highlight of the fabulous Ducker collection. This former Ducker coin is fully struck over both sides, with no weakness in the usually seen areas. The surfaces are medium orange gold, mellowing only slightly to a thin arc of violet near the left obverse rim. It ended up selling for $60,000. Thanks for watching this episode till the end. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe buttons below this video. And comment if you have such rare coins. Stay well. Hello coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to Coin Oz. Today, we're unveiling 7 rare Washington quarters that you absolutely should not spend. These hidden treasures could be lurking in your collection, and the value they hold might surprise you. Let's dive into the world of rare Washington quarters together. Number 7. 1939 D Washington Quarter. Graded in mint state 67 plus by NGC. According to Grading Service, this issue was widely saved by the roll when new. Though such rolls were broken up for singles by the 1980s, they have provided a good pool of gems through MS66. Examples grading higher are scarce and greatly prized by registry competitors. 1939 D quarters were well made, reflecting the sharp strikes typical of Denver mint coins during the late 1930s and through the 40s. This plus designated specimen ended up selling for $576. Number 6. 1936 D Washington Quarter. Graded in mint state 66 plus by NGC. The mintage of 1936 D quarters was similar to that of the 1935 D issue. With the saving of BU rolls well established by this period, they should enjoy similar availability in mint state, but this simply is not the case. For reasons unknown, the survival rate of this year's entry in mint state is quite low, some comparing it to the rarity of the very low mintage 1932 D issue. The 1936 D quarter is also rare in comparison to its San Francisco cousin, which had a lower mintage but, perhaps, benefited from the mystique always attached to S-mint coins. When found, 1936 D quarters are generally well struck but may suffer from die erosion that left the fields furrowed and the letter slightly distorted. Gems are noticeably scarcer than for other entries from this period, but enough have been certified to satisfy the more advanced collectors. This charming quarter was sold for $1,560. Number 5. 1940 Proof Washington Quarter. Graded as PR 68 plus by NGC. Virtually pristine surfaces are universally reflective in finish beneath a dusting of sandy silver and powder blue iridescence, more even on the reverse. Proof mintage is 11,246 coins, this being one of the finest known to NGC. It was sold for $3,480. Number 4. 1955 D Washington Quarter. Graded in mint state 67 by NGC. According to Grading Service, the Denver Mint likely had a hangover from its huge quarter-dollar production in 1954, and 1955 provided a rare instance after 1950 that this mint struck fewer quarters than Philadelphia. This issue drew immediate attention from speculators, who watched carefully the monthly mintage figures provided by the Treasury Department. Huge numbers of 1955 D quarters were saved, and worn examples below AU are a bit scarce. Most survivors have enough contact marks that they fail to grade higher than MS66. Some are faintly proof-like, but not enough so to be certified as PL. This MS67 gem ended up selling for $4,680. Number 3. 1934 Washington quarter with double die obverse. Graded in mint state 66 by PCGS. According to Stax Bowers, a fully frosted, virtually brilliant example with a bold to sharp strike throughout. The 1934 double die obverse ranks as one of the most spectacular mint errors of the 20th century. Although it is many multiples rarer than the 1955 double die obverse cent, it often commands lower premiums, placing it within the reach of many Washington quarter specialists. 5As and Stanton estimate a population of just between 251 and 500 examples. It was sold for $7,800. Number 2. 1982 P Washington quarter in MS68 condition. Out of more than 500 million Washington quarters struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1982, only 2 coins, including the one shown here, has been awarded an MS68 grade by PCGS. Radiant pearl gray surfaces are fully struck and effectively flawless with occasional powder blue and tan accents. It was sold for $4,241.75. Number 1. 1945 S Washington quarter. Graded in mint state 68 by PCGS. Incredible quality and eye appeal. This 1945 S quarter has the telltale peripheral patina of an old album. Brilliantly lustrous surfaces highlight a dappled halo of deep violet, antique silver, russet, gold, and olive hues. It was sold for $13,200. And there you have it, folks, our journey through 7 rare Washington quarters that could be quietly residing in your collection, just waiting to be recognized. Before you reach for that pocket change, take a closer look, you might be holding on to something truly special. If you enjoyed this numismatic adventure, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more intriguing coin content, and share your own coin discoveries in the comments below. Take care. Greetings numismatists. Welcome back to COİN, your go-to destination for all things coins and currency. In today's episode, get ready for an exciting journey as we unveil the stories behind 8 rare coins that could potentially lead to a substantial payday if you're lucky enough to discover and sell them at auction. Before we delve into this treasure trove, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our numismatic quests. Number 8. 1995 Lincoln cent with double die obverse. Graded in mint state 66 read by PCGS. According to the Cherry Picker's Guide, this well-known variety was, at one time, featured on the front page of USA Today, heightening its appeal. Doubling is strongest on Liberty and in God, although it is visible elsewhere. This specimen is lustrous and sharply struck, mentionable distractions are minimal. It ended up selling for $168 on December 13, 2023. Number 7. 1942 Proof Washington quarter. Graded as PR64 by PCGS and later confirmed by CAC. According to NGC, proof sales rose about 40% over those of 1941 and would have continued their rapid climb, were it not for the interruption of World War II. This turned out to be the last year of proof coinage until 1950. The Philadelphia Mint coined some 28,000 proof quarters just to have the 21,000 offered for sale. An additional 123 appear in published figures, but these coin were reserved for assay and subsequently destroyed. The proof quarters of 1942 were well made overall, though the problem of over-polished dies left many coins with poor or missing details among the design features of lowest relief. Gems are plentiful through PF67, but examples grading higher are very rare. This PR64 specimen was sold for $216 on December 13, 2023. Number 6. Circulated, worn and tarnished 1909 SVDB cent. Graded as fine 15 by PCGS. Medium circulation rub is evident on higher points. The visual appeal is diminished because tarnish has accumulated around the lettering and device elements of the coin. It ended up selling for $1,050. Number 5. 1916 D Mercury dime. Graded as very good 8 by PCGS. According to Grading Service, the 1916 D Mercury dime is one of the most heralded key dates of 20th century numismatics. The 1916D is rare in mint state and very rare in gem condition. The strike is usually very sharp, and I'd estimated that 80% of more of the mint state survivors have fully struck crossbands. Luster is typically modest. Many examples have some degree of toning. This specimen displays massive circulation wear and numerous contact marks. But all letterings are present and readable. It was sold for $1,560 on December 12, 2023. Number 4. Here is 1945 D Jefferson nickel in MS68 condition with full steps. This delectable superb gem exhibits virtually flawless surfaces. The strike is razor sharp throughout, and there is not even a single detracting abrasion. Also beautifully toned, both sides are layered in soft pastel iridescence of sandy gold, pale pink, ice blue and mint green. Simply gorgeous. The surfaces are simply incredible in their preservation and are graced by delicate pastel hues. It was sold for $2,880. Number 3. 1915 S Buffalo Nickel. Graded as MS65 by PCGS and proven by CAC. According to Heritage Auctions, peach orange, rose, and powder blue tones grace highly lustrous and beautifully preserved surfaces. Razor sharp design definition enhances the appeal. A thin die crack travels through the date. From a mintage of 1.5 million coins, yet only 50 submissions are certified finer at PCGS. It was sold for $4,200. Number 2. Attractively toned 1951 D Roosevelt dime. Graded in mint state 68 full bands by PCGS. Splendid olive gold and reddish orange iridescence yields to brilliance in only a few isolated areas. Highly lustrous with fulsome mint frost, this pristine looking superb gem really needs to be seen to be fully appreciated. Number 1. 1963 D Lincoln Cent. Graded in mint state 67 red by PCGS. According to Jamie Hernandez from PCGS, the 1963 D Lincoln Cent is the toughest Lincoln Cent from 1930 to date to find in MS66 red condition, even tougher than the 1931 S in MS66 red. The second toughest Lincoln Cent in MS66 red after 1930 is the 1962 D, and with the 1973 S being the third toughest in MS66 grades. Most 1963 D Lincoln Cents are found with nicks, specks, spots and scratches. They are also very weakly struck and are very dull and lackluster in their appearance. A few coins can be found with some decent luster, but more than likely, the coin will be plagued by one of the other aforementioned defects. MS67 specimens are rare and fetch pretty nice premiums. This superb gem was sold for $14,625 with buyer's fee. And there you have it, folks, our exploration of these 8 rare coins with the potential for a significant payday. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you're ready to embark on more numismatic adventures with us. Subscribe for future coin revelations, and until our next chapter, happy collecting. Hey coin collectors! Welcome back to our numismatic journey. Today, we're diving into the realm of rare Lincoln Cents that fetch hefty sums at David Lawrence auctions. Subscribe below to stay in the loop on all things coins, and let's unravel the stories behind these valuable treasures. Ready? Let's dive in. Number 4. 1990 proof No S Lincoln Cent. Graded as PR69 red deep cameo by PCGS. According to Jamie Hernandez, for modern coins issued from 1965 to date, the proof 1990 No S Lincoln Cent is considered a beast, to say the least. Primarily because less than 200 examples exist. It is from an extremely dynamic and popular series. It is the only proof coin from 1909 to 2009 or in the entire Lincoln Cent series, which is missing the extremely significant mint mark. The coin exists against all odds. Moreover, the missing mint mark is clearly transparent, even with the naked eye. This deep cameo representative of very collectible and popular issue ended up selling for $4,950. Number 3. 1939 D Lincoln Cent in MS68 red condition. According to NGC, 1939 D were very well made, and it is rare to find one struck from worn dies. Denver mint coins of the late 1930s are almost always of excellent quality across all denominations. Having a low mintage for a Lincoln Cent, this issue was always a bit scarce in circulation, but the usual number of rolls were saved for the benefit of future collectors. The present MS-68 example displays shockingly beautiful mint red color and a terrific strike. It ended up selling for $8,800. Number 2. 1933 D Lincoln Cent. Graded in mint state 67 plus red by PCGS and proven by CAC. Underrated date in full red. Rare this nice. Hints of orange magenta enhance the look of this beauty which drips with a lustrous patina. This attractive example was bargained for $13,500. Number 1. 1926 S Lincoln Cent. Graded in mint state 64 plus red by PCGS. Lincoln Cent registry collectors know that the 1926 S is a low mintage and little saved key date in red mint state. Gems are obtainable in red and brown condition, and knowledgeable collectors aspire to obtain examples as close to full red as possible. This plus designated specimen displays well-struck device elements and mostly distraction-free surfaces. No large carbon spots detected on either side. It was sold for $46,000. Thanks for joining us on this thrilling numismatic exploration. If you enjoyed learning about these rare Lincoln Cents, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our future coin adventures. Keep collecting, keep discovering, and God's will, see you in the next episode. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our numismatic channel. In this exciting episode, we will be delving into the world of numismatics, where we'll showcase 8 rare and highly valuable US coins you definitely need to know about. Hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Number 8. 1955 S Roosevelt Dime. Graded in mint state 67 plus by PCGS. According to Stax Bowers, this vivid multicolored beauty really needs to be seen to be fully appreciated. Both sides are layered in blended pink, apricot, emerald green, rose gray and cobalt blue toning that provides absolutely outstanding eye appeal. Exceptionally well preserved for the issue. It was sold for $1,645. Number 7. Undated Franklin $half struck on a dime planchet. Graded in mint state 62 by NGC. We have only handled a few Franklin halves struck on dime planchets, mostly in low-end mint state grades. The coins were likely plucked from rolls immediately upon discovery. This MS-62 coin shows minor abrasions but is mainly characterized by satiny ivory white luster. Franklin's head is largely on the planchet with Erty in the upper margin. On the reverse, the lower portion of the bell is present, along with $F in the lower margin. It was sold for $4,800. Number 6. 1955 Lincoln Cent. Graded in mint state 67 plus red by PCGS. According to Heritage Auctions, a sharp, carbon-free superb gem with exceptional surface preservation and satiny copper red mint luster. The 1955 Lincoln Cent is scarce in this lofty grade, and CAC-endorsed pieces are rare. It was sold for $38,400. Number 5. 1953 S Jefferson Nickel. Graded in mint state 66 full steps by PCGS. A true strike and condition rarity in a Jefferson nickel, this 1953 S was one of our consignor's final acquisitions for his outstanding set. It is a satiny, silky smooth premium gem dusted with iridescent champagne gold toning. The detail is truly impressive with sharp to full design elements both at the borders and in the centers. The 1953 S is even more challenging to collect in the finest grades than the 1953 D. Not only does it have a much lower mintage, but it is a more poorly produced issue overall with the vast majority of mint state coins lacking full steps definition. This FS gem ended up selling for $21,600. Number 4. 1932 D Washington Quarter. Graded in mint state 66 by PCGS, the 1932 D Washington Quarter is one of the 2 big key dates of the series. Its mintage of 436,800 coins is the second lowest of the series. Collecting quarters was not a popular pastime in 1932, despite the popularity of coin collecting in general. Cents, nickels, and dimes were viewed as inexpensive issues that were avidly collected from circulation by the general public. Numismatic demand for the coins finally developed after World War II, and most survivors were culled from circulation by 1960. Today, the 1932 D is scarce, but not really rare, in lower mint state grades, but the issue is the prime condition rarity of the series in gem, or better, condition. It is even rarer than the lower mintage 1932s at that grade level. The present coin was the first example certified in MS66 by either grading service when it appeared in our Atlanta ANA signature. The surfaces are wonderfully clean and free from the abrasions that usually plague this issue. The reverse is mostly brilliant, with hints of olive copper at the lower rim. The obverse, on the other hand, is a different story altogether. It was sold for $74,400. Number 3. 1942 Mercury dime with overdate. Graded in mint state 66 full bands by PCGS. Surviving examples, especially those in high grades, confirm the explanations of Cynic and Ross that the overdate is essentially a doubled obverse die that shows both dates. The entire date shows slight doubling that becomes more pronounced from left to right. This impressive, sharply struck premium gem exhibits brilliant and frosty silver luster on its untoned surfaces. The obverse and reverse fields show myriad parallel die polishing lines. It was sold for $76,375. Number 2. 1951 Franklin half dollar. Graded as PR67 plus deep cameo by PCGS. This could very well be the pinnacle of collecting for an advanced Franklin half dollar proof specialist. Like the 1950, this date is usually found with low contrast. Cameo representatives are very scarce, and profoundly contrasted deep cameo proofs are extremely rare. It ended up selling for $82,250. Number 1. And this is 1927 Lincoln Cent in MS68 red condition. According to NGC, this is another issue that is readily available in fully red gem condition, though the population drops rapidly above the grade of MS66 RD. While some coins will have less than full strikes, this is not a major issue with the 1927 P cent, and collectors should settle for nothing less than a sharp impression. This elusive specimen was sold for $84,000. Thanks for watching this video. We hope you found this information helpful. If you did, then please consider hitting like and subscribe buttons below. Stay well and God's will. See you in the next episode. Greetings fellow coin aficionados. Welcome back to another episode from Coins Worth Big Money series presented to you by Coin Oz. Today, we're embarking on a thrilling journey exploring the intricate world of coins with repunched mint marks. Hit that subscribe button and let's dive in. Imagine this, a coin rolling off the minting presses, each mark on it meant to be unique, but sometimes, in the fascinating chaos of production, something extraordinary happens, the birth of repunched mint mark errors. These anomalies carry a story, a secret code of sorts, revealing the quirks in the coin minting process. Now, let's delve into the heart of the matter. A repunched mint mark error occurs when the coin's mint mark is stamped more than once, creating a captivating dance of overlapping or slightly shifted impressions. It's as if the coin itself is whispering tales of its creation through these subtle, often overlooked, imperfections. How to spot repunched mint marks. So, how can you uncover these hidden gems in your collection? Equip yourself with a magnifying glass, and embark on a detective's journey. Scrutinize the mint mark closely, examining it for any anomalies. Additionally, cross-reference your findings with reputable numismatic guides that meticulously document known repunched mint mark varieties. Now, why should these errors be on your radar? Their value is deeply rooted in rarity, collector interest, and overall condition. The scarcity of a repunched mint mark error significantly boosts its desirability among collectors. Keep in mind that, just like any coin, the overall condition plays a pivotal role in determining its value. Let's highlight a few iconic examples now. 1942 D. Jefferson nickel with repunched mint mark D over horizontal D. In 1942, the Denver Mint coined only nickels of the traditional alloy. After the changeover to the wartime bill and alloy in the middle of that year, Philadelphia and San Francisco created new 5-cent pieces, but Denver did not. Only a small fraction of the 1942 D nickels struck were coined from the reverse with the distinctly repunched mint mark. The initial application of the mint mark was turned sideways from its proper orientation. Rather than discard the die, a mint worker decided to punch the mint mark again, upright this time. This valuable specimen features sharply struck motifs with full steps on Monticello, and it was graded as MS65 by NGC. This true rarity ended up selling for $13,800. 1944 D Lincoln Cent with repunched mint mark D over S. According to Heritage Auctions, This is the rarer of two 1944 D/S varieties and the one referenced in the guidebook. The top of the initial S protrudes visibly from the top of the D. Examples are elusive in full red condition, and only a handful of pieces are in superb gem preservation. Several repunched mint mark varieties also exist for this issue but are less visually prominent. This FS 511 coin displays a bold strike and satiny copper-orange luster without mentionable abrasions or spots. It was sold for $23,400. 1964 D. Jefferson nickel with repunched mint mark D over D. The repunching is clear with a loop but may escape detection by the unaided eye. Each side of this representative is brilliant and satiny, with slight reflectivity discerned in the fields. A few tiny marks are not bothersome. Although the steps of Monticello exhibit the typical softness, this coin is otherwise well struck and pleasing. It was sold for $19,800. 1909 S. Lincoln cent with repunched mint mark S over horizontal S. According to Stax Bowers, one of the most popular varieties in this widely collected small cent series, the 1909 SFS 1502 is a repunched mint mark variety on which the first S was entered into the die at 90 degrees from normal with the second S entered properly. This highly elusive MS67 red specimen was sold for $24,000. If you found today's exploration fascinating, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more coin-related content, and share your own experiences with repunched mint mark errors in the comments. God's will, see you in the next episode. Happy holidays. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Coin Oz. Today, we're diving into the world of rare coins that could potentially pave the way for an early retirement. Imagine stumbling upon one of these gems in your pocket change. Let's kick off our list with number 5. Coming in at number 5, we have the 1964 SMS Kennedy half dollar. Now, SMS stands for Special Mint Set, and these coins were not originally intended for circulation. They were specially struck for collectors, making them quite rare. In top-notch condition, these coins can fetch a hefty sum at prestigious auctions. According to Heritage Auctions, there has been much debate regarding whether or not these coins were originally issued in special sets, since they were never in any form of special mint packaging, and official special mint sets were not issued until 1965. Sets of 1964 coins, including special strikes of the cent through half dollar, first began appearing in Stax sales in the early 1990s. It is believed that most of those sets came from New York coin dealer Lester Merkin. The 1964 SMS Kennedy half dollar is struck on a 90% silver planchet, from a single pair of dies, showing much sharper detail than the regular issue and having a satiny surface texture. Die markers include, on the obverse, a tiny apostrophe-shaped lump of extra metal protruding from the bottom edge of the crosslet of the 4 in the date. This SP67 graded specimen was sold for $108,000. Moving on to number 4, we have the 1969's Lincoln cent with double die obverse. Now, double die coins are a result of a rare minting error that creates a distinct doubling effect on certain elements of the coin's design. The doubling on this variety is very dramatic, fully matching the spectacular appearance of the well-known 1955 and 1972 double die obverse varieties, but in the case of the 1969S, perhaps 100 times rarer. This MS64 red specimen with CAC approval fetched a sum of $126,000. Next up at number 3 is the 1922 high-relief matte piece dollar. What sets this coin apart is its unique matte finish and high-relief design. The piece dollar series is already prized among collectors, but the 1922 variant with its distinct features takes rarity to a whole new level. This coin is a true beauty and a valuable addition to any collection. This is PR67 specimen graded by NGC. The striking details are needle sharp and the immaculate surfaces are free of hairlines, shiny spots, or abrasions. A small, round planchet flake between R and T of Liberty along the obverse border that assures the pedigree of this outstanding piece. It was sold for $329,000. Claiming the second spot is the 1958 Lincoln cent with double die obverse. Another instance of the fascinating double die phenomenon, this coin showcases a clear doubling of the obverse design. Such anomalies are like winning the numismatic lottery, and collectors are willing to pay a huge premium to add these rarities to their collections. An intriguing variety and exceedingly rare coin that stands tall among the highlights in the present collection. Indeed, this is one of the most significant Lincoln cents of any variety showcased by Stax Bowers. The spread to the doubling is wide and pronounced on the letters in the word liberty and the motto "In God We Trust." Less pronounced doubling is also evident on the digits in the date, particularly the 8. This MS-64 red specimen was sold for $336,000. And now, our number one rare coin that could potentially set you on the path to early retirement, the 1975 Nose Roosevelt dime. The absence of this mint mark, indicating production at the San Francisco Mint, was a minting error that occurred in a limited quantity of dimes. Owning one of these can be like holding a treasure, as they are highly sought after by numismatists. Listed in first place in the third edition of the 100 Greatest U.S. Modern Coins, the 1975 No-S Proof Roosevelt dime is one of the rarest issues in all of American coinage. This coin showcase at Heritage Auctions is a stunning PR-68 example, with fully struck design elements and deeply reflective fields on both sides. The virtually pristine surfaces are blanketed in attractive shades of cerulean blue and pale jade toning. Overall eye appeal is terrific. It fetched a sum of $456,000 in 2019. There you have it, folks, 5 rare coins that could turn your pocket change into a ticket to retirement. Remember, finding one of these gems is like discovering a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting content. God willing, see you in the next video. Hey coin collectors! Welcome back to our numismatic channel, where we bring you daily videos about rare coins. Today is an exciting day because we're going to delve into the fascinating world of highly elusive US coins. These treasures are not just spare change, they hold significant numismatic value and can potentially make you big money if you decide to showcase one at auction. But before we jump into the list, let me remind you of a crucial step if you're thinking about auctioning off your prized coins. It's almost necessary to have your coin graded and slabbed. This not only adds credibility but also enhances its market value. So, before submitting your coins for auction, consider getting them professionally graded and slabbed. Number 8. 1943 P. Jefferson nickel with double die obverse. Graded in mint state 67 plus by NGC. FS 103 shows minor die doubling throughout the obverse border legends. NGC has attributed only 6 non-full steps examples of this variety, the finest being 2 coins in MS-67. One of those top-grade pieces is the current MS-67 Plus offering. Brilliant, softly frosted mint luster yields exceptionally clean surfaces. The steps of Monticello are slightly incomplete, but the overall definition is excellent. It was sold for $1,980. Number 7. 1990 No-S Lincoln Cent. Graded as PR69 Red Ultra Cameo by NGC. According to Heritage Auctions, there have been several proof issues in the past few decades that have accidentally omitted the S mint mark on a limited number of coins. The mistake is usually caught quickly and examples are consequently very scarce. Impressive deeply mirrored fields on this piece show spectacular cameo contrast against the frosted devices. A fully struck and pristine specimen that was sold for $4,080 on January 10, 2024. Number 6. Vividly toned 1955 D Roosevelt dime. Graded in mint state 68 full bands by PCGS. This coin embodies all of the possible attributes of a Roosevelt dime in one coin: full strike, pristine surfaces, glistening luster, and incredibly vibrant multicolor toning. It was sold for $5,040. Number 5. 1985 P. Jefferson nickel. Graded in mint state 67 plus full steps by PCGS. A modern date in high grade, essential for registry collectors. This plus designated superb gem is the sole finest full steps coin at PCGS. Some die striations are seen in the fields, while the satiny luster is pristine overall, showing greenish gold, champagne, and lilac blue hues. The central steps are razor sharp. It ended up selling for $9,066. Number 4. 1921 D Walking Liberty half dollar. Graded in mint state 63 by PCGS. The 1921 D boasts the lowest mintage in the Walking Liberty half dollar series, 208,000 coins, and it is one of the scarcest dates in high grade. Only the 1921 S and the 1919 D and S issues are scarcer at the gem level. This select coin occupies a more accessible grade for many collectors, and it displays uncommonly strong quality for the grade. This specimen was sold for $14,400. Number 3. 1968 No. S. Roosevelt dime. Graded as PR69 Cameo by PCGS. Perhaps because the special mint sets had been struck at the San Francisco Mint in the interim, it was decided to strike the new proofs at that location in 1968. Accordingly, all proofs were supposed to have an S mint mark. Dies for coinage were produced in Philadelphia and shipped to the branch mints for use in production. The S mint mark was inadvertently left off one of the dies intended for use on proof dimes, and a small number of dimes were struck and released with the sets before the mistake was noticed. The June 28, 1968 edition of Coin World announced the discovery of the No S proofs. Probably around 24 examples are known to numismatists today, and the issue is avidly sought by series specialists and error collectors alike. This spectacular PR69 specimen exhibits fully struck design elements and virtually flawless surfaces, with a few delicate specks of amber alloy toning. It was sold for $40,800 on January 11, 2024. Number 2. 1924 S Buffalo Nickel. Graded in Mint State 66 by PCGS. The 1924 S is among a number of San Francisco issues in the Buffalo Nickel series that are conditionally rare in superb gem condition. The Philadelphia issue of this date is plentiful in MS66, but the San Francisco coin is so infrequently encountered that it stands among the stoppers in the series in high grade. Even MS65 coins are scarce. This superb gem fetched a sum of $45,600 on January 11, 2024. Number 1. 1969 S Double Die Obverse Cent. Graded in Mint State 63 Red by PCGS. According to Heritage Auctions, the 5th edition of Bill Fives and J.T. Stanton's popular Cherry Picker's Guide records the rarity of this variety as URS6, which means that between 17 and 32 examples are believed to exist. That is an extremely small number of coins for a collecting specialty as popular as Lincoln cents. This is a very rare, strong double die variety. This beautiful cent has fully brilliant orange luster with satiny, slightly reflective surfaces and bold design features. A few tiny surface marks and a minor obverse spot are all that prevent a higher numerical grade. The date, Liberty, and In God We Trust are all boldly doubled, sharply enough that the doubling can be seen without a magnifying glass. This highly elusive collector's item ended up selling for $66,000. Thanks for watching this video. Please consider subscribing to our channel and don't forget to smash thumbs up button. God's willing, see you in the next episode. Hey everyone, welcome back to COİN. In today's numismatic adventure, we're diving into the world of rare pennies. Pennies may seem like small change, but some of them can be worth a lot more than you think. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you never miss out on our coin collecting tips. Now, let's uncover 8 rare pennies you should be on the lookout for in 2024. Number 8. 1917 Lincoln cent with double die obverse. This circulated coin was graded as EF40 by PCGS. Obverse side displays circulation wear on high points, accompanied with unpleasant tarnish stocks around some device elements. Both the date and In God We Trust show bold doubling on this immensely popular cherry pickers and guidebook variety. It ended up selling for $1,140. Number 7. 1955 Lincoln cent with double die obverse. Graded as XF45 by PCGS. Popular and very scarce double die Lincoln cent with full, bold doubling on the date and obverse lettering. This circulated yet highly elusive penny displays numerous distractions on both sides. Light circulation wear is seen on high points. It was sold for $1,620 on January 14, 2024. Number 6. 1941 Proof Lincoln cent. Graded as PR67 Red by NGC. According to Grading Service, despite a sizable jump in sales from 1940s mintage, this date is not any more common in high grades. In addition, cameo pieces are extremely elusive, the example shown having about as much contrast as one could find with this date. Over-polished dies are common for 1941 proofs, as the mint struggled to keep up with the rising demand by sending slightly worn dies back to be resurfaced. This PR67 specimen was sold for $1,740. Number 5. 1958 D Lincoln Cent. Graded in mint state 67 plus, read by PCGS and proven by CAC. According to Jamie Hernandez, the 1958 D Lincoln Cent is the last wheat Lincoln Cent struck at the Denver Mint. This year the Denver Mint did a much better job at producing nicer coins compared to the previous years. Therefore, the 1958 D tends to come in much better quality. In MS65 condition they are now abundant. In MS66 grade there are many examples available, and many of them being high-end for the grade. In MS67 condition they are also much easier to find, and there are plenty out there for collectors to choose from. This plus designated gem ended up selling for $2,278.12 with buyer's fee. Number 4. 1972 Lincoln Cent with double die obverse. Graded as MS67, read by PCGS. According to Heritage Auctions, several double die varieties exist for the 1972 Lincoln Cent, although FS101 is by far the most dramatic and most sought after. Bold doubling is visible on all obverse legends, especially Liberty and the date. This high-end example is a satiny, pristine copper red superb gem. Sharp detail and outstanding eye appeal are its hallmarks. One of 3 double dies in this grade attributed as FS101 by PCGS, although about 100 additional, unattributed double die coins are reported. It was sold for $2,400. Number 3. 1921 Lincoln Cent in mint state 66 plus, red. Another CAC approved superb gem. According to NGC, the minting of cents at Philadelphia dropped off rapidly during 1921, as the huge numbers struck during the previous 5 years proved quite sufficient to meet current demand during this recession year. Unlike most Philadelphia mint cents, this date is a bit scarce in fully red gem condition. Worn examples are plentiful. This red superb gem ended up selling for $3,835.12 with buyer's fee. Number 2. 1912 proof Lincoln Cent. Graded as PR66 brown by PCGS. Surfaces of both sides are graced by neon blue, violet, seaweed green hues. No large distractions are evident on either side. According to NGC, the matte grain of 1912 proofs typically is deeper than for other dates 1909-16, and this issue is also notable for its uniformly bold strike. While these conditions make for a wonderful illustration of the design, they have also tended to limit the number of fully red survivors. An odd feature of copper and bronze coins is that the most fully struck pieces are also the ones most susceptible to toning. This toned specimen fetched a sum of $4,800 on January 14, 2024. Number 1. 1914 D Lincoln Cent. Graded in mint state 64, read by PCGS and proven by CAC. According to Heritage Auctions, a well-struck example of this key Denver issue, showing natural amber red luster with golden undertones. Minimal marks and just a few pepper specks are seen, none out of line for the grade. The 1914 D is elusive in attractive red condition, and coins grading finer than the present are especially scarce. This piece is rare with CAC endorsement. It ended up selling for $11,100. So there you have it, 8 rare pennies you should seek in 2024. Remember, when it comes to coin collecting, attention to detail is key. Check your pocket change, roll through those coin rolls, and who knows, you might just stumble upon a valuable piece of numismatic history. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin collecting insights. God's willing, see you in the next video. Hey everyone. Welcome back to another exciting journey through the world of rare and valuable coins. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating realm of American numismatics, as we unveil 8 rare US coins that every collector, investor, or coin enthusiast should keep a keen eye out for. So hit that subscribe button below, activate notifications, and let's get started. Number 8. 1952 Jefferson Nickel. Graded as PR68 Cameo by PCGS. According to Grading Service, The 1952 proof Jefferson nickel usually comes without a cameo or deep cameo appearance. And most examples grade at about PR65 to PR67 without the cameo or deep cameo appearance. Examples with a cameo appearance are much harder to find, but several hundred examples exist in all grades combined. With a deep cameo appearance they are rare. This cameo specimen fetched a sum of $1,055.25 with buyer's fee. Number 7. 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar. Graded in mint state 67 by PCGS. According to Heritage Auctions, the rim is wide on this variety, and it can be easily distinguished from the narrow rim variant by the close proximity of the date to the rim. This specimen is sharply struck and satiny with no noteworthy abrasions. Each side displays attractive multicolor toning in pastel hues. It ended up selling for $1,920. Number 6. 1967 Lincoln Cent from Special Mint Set. Otherwise known as SMS Cent. Graded as SP65 Red Deep Cameo by PCGS. Cents from the 1965 to 1967 Special Mint sets can be found with cameo contrast, but deep cameo examples are very rare. This is a magnificent gem that boasts uniform peach gold color. The fields are reflective and devoid of detractions. A significant opportunity for the advanced Lincoln Cent collector. It ended up selling for $3,360. Number 5. 1878 Silver Morgan Dollar with polished ear. Graded as MS66 by NGC. George T. Morgan's design was introduced on the silver dollar in 1878. According to Walter Breen, the 8 tail feathers variety was produced from March 12 to March 25, before the switch to the 7/8 tail feathers dies. The actual mintage for the 8 tail feathers variety is unknown, but Q. David Bowers estimates about 750,000 circulation strikes were produced. This spectacular premium gem exhibits sharply detailed design elements and impeccably preserved brilliant surfaces, with vibrant mint luster and outstanding eye appeal. It was sold for $5,640. Number 4. 1976 S Silver Bicentennial Washington Quarter. Graded in mint state 69 by NGC. A rare find for a registry set, this 25-cent piece boasts tack-sharp strike, lustrous silver-gray surfaces that are free from any large distraction. According to Jamie Hernandez, the 1976 S Washington Silver Quarter is a one-year type. The coin is very common in circulated grades. The reverse has an image of a drummer boy, and many coins in circulation have been pulled because of its different design. Only examples in MS68 condition or higher appear to be scarce, but still thousands of examples exist if enough searching is done. In MS69 condition it is really scarce, with less than a handful of examples known and none existing in higher condition. This true rarity fetched a sum of $5,918.75 with buyer's fee. Number 3. 2000 P. Cheerios Sacagawea Dollar. Graded in mint state 67 by PCGS. The Sacagawea dollar was introduced in the year 2000, and to promote the new golden dollar, General Mills was enlisted to include Sacagawea dollars in random boxes of Cheerios cereal. Most purchasers received only a 2000 cent, but a small percentage in addition received a mint state 2000 P. Sacagawea dollar. It was not until a few years later that numismatist Pat Braddock reported in June 2005 that his example differed from the typical example. The tail feathers were ribbed. The lot also includes the original 2000 Lincoln Cent that accompanied the dollar in the cereal box, graded MS65 Red PCGS. It ended up selling for $5,760. Number 2. 1976 S Silver Eisenhower Dollar. Graded in mint state 69 by PCGS. The silver 1976 S Bicentennial Dollar is widely available in certified capacity, although these coins largely reside in the MS66 and MS67 grade range, with the population dropping off sharply in MS68. This is in contrast to some clad issues in the series that are readily available even in MS69. The 1976 S Silver issue is a major rarity in MS69. PCGS and NGC each report a total of 7 submissions in this grade and none finer. Pristine satin luster glistens across brilliant surfaces and sharp design elements. A few faint russet accents around the borders serve as pedigree markers. It was sold for $15,000 on January 12, 2024. Number 1. And this is 1909 VDB Lincoln cent with enchanting toning. Graded in mint state 68 plus red and brown by PCGS and later approved by CAC. Other than iridescent hues around the borders, it displays outstanding preservation level and mark-free surfaces. The original design feature the designer's initials VDB at the bottom of the reverse, which was later removed from next issues due to public outcry. This superb gem fetched a sum of $29,250 with buyer's fee on January 14, 2024. And there you have it, folks. 8 rare coins that you should keep an eye for. Thanks for watching this video. Consider subscribing to our channel for more captivating numismatic content. Have a good one.